Tonight, a local nonprofit is trying to improve the quality of child care facilities in Bexar County. A presidential candidate makes a stop in San Antonio ahead of Super Tuesday. And Texas Governor Greg Abbott addressing growing concerns about the novel coronavirus. Thanks for joining us for KSAT News at 9, streaming from right here in the KSAT 12 newsroom. I'm Myra Arthur. Working parents are familiar with trying to stretch their dollars to afford quality child care. Finding affordable, accredited child care facilities in San Antonio is a problem. That's according to a study on the status of women in San Antonio. It's been an issue for more than a decade now. Tiffany Huertas finds out how one local organization is trying to get more child care centers accredited and what benefits that brings.
They have helped us attain our accreditation. So their funding has been used to increase the quality of care in the St. Paul Lutheran Child Development Center programming.
Deborah Stevenson says United Way of San Antonio and Bexar County helped their facility get accredited through the Texas Rising Star program, a voluntary program for providers participating in the Texas Workforce Commission's subsidized child care program. There are 3 levels of certification: 2-star, 3-star, and 4-star. Texas Rising Star certified providers exceed the state's minimum child care licensing standards. In return, the facilities get benefits.
There are financial benefits to the center in being certified and being accredited nationally. And so it is to their best interest to try to get to that level.
Other benefits include scholarships, grants, and training opportunities. St. Paul Lutheran Child Development Center is now helping 10 centers on the east side to become Texas Rising Star certified.
We've used that mentoring program here at St. Paul, and so we know that it's tried and true because it has helped our staff grow and develop into dynamic teachers in the classroom.
According to United Way, only 11% of child development centers in Bexar County are Texas Rising Star certified. Judy Ratliff says quality child care helps children develop better decision-making and interpersonal skills, plus social-emotional skills.
The life of a child there can't be a price tag, and that is the developmental age of every child is 0 to 5. And their brain development from birth is so incremental and so critical.
Before a child care provider can become a Texas Rising Star Center, it must meet several certification guidelines. United Way has been helping child care centers become accredited for about 7 months. They are currently working with a total of 12 centers. Myra?
Thanks, Tiffany. Yet another presidential candidate making a stop in San Antonio ahead of Super Tuesday. Senator Elizabeth Warren held a town hall this evening at Sunset Station Lone Star Pavilion, along with former presidential candidate and mayor of San Antonio, Julian Castro. Warren laid out some of her plans if elected and touched on what she wants to focus on, including creating a wealth tax and fighting corruption. We spoke to several people who attended that town hall today. Among them, of course, fans of Warren and also some undecided voters.
She understands a myriad of issues facing the country, and not only understands them, but she has cogent plans to address them. So I find that is a complete candidate.
I just figured coming to see her, like I did Sanders last Saturday, would help me to kind of persuade myself as far as where I want to go in the direction of my vote.
Now, before that town hall even began this evening, our Steve Spriester got a chance to talk one-on-one with Warren, of course, at Mi Tierra, very popular spot for such visits in San Antonio. You were talking about how this is really a critical time for her campaign ahead of Super Tuesday.
Well, we're heading into Super Tuesday, and this is a candidate who hasn't won a state yet, hasn't even finished in the top 2 in states yet. So, you know, you would think that Super Tuesday is especially critical for a candidate like Senator Elizabeth Warren, especially when you look at the Super Tuesday states and you realize one of them is her state of Massachusetts that she represents. And right now, it's neck and neck in the state of Massachusetts between herself and Senator Bernie Sanders. So she is hoping to gain some momentum in Super Tuesday. She showed up at Mi Tierra with, you know, former mayor, former HUD Secretary Julian Castro, who showed her around, and she greeted people, shook their hands, and I asked her about Super Tuesday, and this is a little bit of what she had to say.
Do you have to win a state on Super Tuesday to stay in?
You know, like I said, I'm not doing the predictions business. What I'm doing is I'm in the fight. Because understand this, right now, I've got the second most individual donors from all around this country. After the debate earlier, 250,000 people came to ElizabethWarren.com and said, I want to be part of this. I think this is the right way to fight, and I think you're fighting for the right people. And joined us with their $5 or their $25, offered to spend an hour making phone calls. To me, it's about building a movement, and then it is delivering real change. That's why I'm in this fight.
I don't know how you can go to Mi Tierra and not eat anything. Was that the hardest part?
I've got takeout.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Are you kidding? I do not leave Mi Tierra without food.
And somebody, I'm not going to name who, Ivan, asked if I verified that she got takeout food. I did not look in her takeout bag to see exactly what she got. But
all right.
Senator Warren is not a stranger to San Antonio, not a stranger to Texas. She told me she has 3 brothers who at one time or another were stationed in San Antonio. She taught at the University of Houston. She taught at the University of Texas, Austin. So she is familiar with the state of Texas. She's hoping that, you know, the momentum that she believes she got in these last 2 debates will pay off on Super Tuesday.
Not just specifically for Warren, but what do you think this says about the importance of Texas as a whole? This is the 3rd or 4th presidential candidate we have seen come through the Alamo City. So clearly, we matter a whole lot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, and let's face it, Bexar County and San Antonio is kind of a Democratic hotbed. I mean, Democrats rule the county courthouse. They rule, you know, a lot of government in San Antonio. So I think it makes perfect sense for a lot of these candidates to come through. You also can kind of pay attention to who's buying time on the airwaves. Elizabeth Warren recently on the airwaves. Tom Steyer, Michael Bloomberg, Bernie Sanders. It's also interesting who's not at this point. Joe Biden, not on San Antonio airwaves.
That's right.
Pete Buttigieg, not on San Antonio airwaves. So what does that say about the state of their campaign? I guess we'll find out on Tuesday.
All right, we will. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Myra.
Let's take a look, meantime, at the latest early voting totals. More than 15,000 people voted in Bexar County today. 5,300 in the Republican primary, more than 10,000 in the Democratic primary. That brings the total number of early votes cast in Bexar County to 95,149. Tomorrow, the last day you can vote early for Super Tuesday. Of course, Election Day is next Tuesday, March 3rd. A man arrested for stealing a hearse with the body still inside. A doctor testifies about the blood alcohol content of a woman on trial for deadly drunk driving. And a 30-foot tunnel found under the U.S.-Mexico border. Here's tonight's 9 at 9. Here's tonight's 9 at 9. A San Antonio police detective fired last year after leaving threatening voicemails to his mistress has won his job back through arbitration. Detective Emmanuel Keith's indefinite suspension has been reduced to a 90-day suspension. Keith is the first SAPD officer to win his job back through arbitration in 2020. Meanwhile, another SAPD officer is also trying to win his job back through the arbitration process. According to city documents, Matthew Luckhurst defecated in the women's restroom at Bike Patrol headquarters, did not flush, and then smeared the seat with a brown substance.
I can't sit here in front of you and say I've done nothing wrong. I've been immature in the past. I've learned from it. I enjoyed serving the public. I enjoy putting on that uniform.
This is Luckhurst's second indefinite suspension for an incident involving feces. His last firing was overturned last year. It will be at least several months before the arbitrator rules in this case. A suspect who took off in a hearse with a body inside is now in custody in Los Angeles. The hearse was parked as a mortuary attendant took a body inside a church last night. Someone drove off in that hearse, and there was another body still in the car. This morning, LAPD spotted the hearse and the chase began. That suspect ended up crashing and was arrested. A Milwaukee company is raising money for the families of the victims of yesterday's shooting. 5 people were killed when a gunman opened fire at a Milwaukee brewing complex. He later turned the gun on himself. We still don't know what led to that shooting.
Her blood alcohol level was more than twice the legal limit. That's what medical experts told the jury in the trial of a driver who crashed into another car killing that driver and seriously injuring 4 passengers.
Rosalinda Olalde is on trial facing intoxication manslaughter and intoxication assault charges. The doctor who treated her for minor injuries said blood drawn that night showed Olalde had a blood alcohol level of 0.18. The legal limit is 0.08.
Still to come, a closer look at those blood alcohol numbers. Both sides have experts poised to testify.
In Florida, 911 calls reveal details about the moments after a deadly stabbing at a construction site.
I don't know if the dude's still alive or not.
Are they performing CPR?
No, he ain't even moving or nothing. I think he's beyond help.
Investigators believe the stabbing may have been the result of an argument about being anti-government. The suspect has been arrested and charged with murder. Border Patrol agents in southern Arizona have discovered a 30-foot tunnel running under the U.S.-Mexico border. CBP says this is the 126th illicit cross-border tunnel found in the Tucson sector. A water main break in Houston leaves a neighborhood and a section of crucial road underwater. Cars were stuck in the water covering parts of the 610 East Loop, with stranded drivers sitting on top. There were several water rescues, but no reports of any injuries. Months after being rescued from the ashes of a California wildfire last year, this owl is flying again. Firefighters found Ram injured and disoriented. The bird had suffered smoke inhalation, and X-rays revealed a broken bone. After a few months of rehab, Ram was healthy enough to be re-released into the skies. To read more about these stories, go to KSAT.com. Katie Blake joining us tonight. Frosty morning this morning. Wondering if we've got any more of that in store.
No more freezes formally, but it's still going to be really cold outside in the morning. Look at your temperatures, your low temperatures from this morning. We got down to 29 degrees in San Antonio, some teens and low 20s off to the north of the city. Bull Verde dropped down to 19 degrees this morning, 26 in New Braunfels, 23 in Burney Stage, and some other parts of the hill country a bit farther to the north. We're down close to 21 degrees this morning. So a frigid start to the day. And what was very kind of ironic or interesting about hitting freezing this morning is that this date, the 27th, this is the date of our average last freeze here in San Antonio. So if you're like a numbers person, this is, kind of interesting, ironic. We have had a freeze though here in San Antonio as late as early April 3rd in 1987. That was the latest freeze we've ever had. So we are now at the time where we, on average, see our last freeze for the year. And this may have come as a bit of a shock to the system this morning because this certainly has not been a harsh winter so far. This was just our 4th freeze since December 1st here in San Antonio. We have come close. We've gotten down to 34, 35 degrees a handful of times, but this freeze this morning was just our 4th over the past couple of months. So it has definitely been a fairly mild winter so far. So the question is, as we are just 3 weeks away from the start of spring, what are we looking at as we head into the new season? Warmer? Cooler? Well, it's a good bet that things will be trending warmer as we get into spring. There's some really interesting data on a website called Climate Central, and that's where this graph is from. And it shows from 1970 all the way to last spring in 2019 that our spring temperatures have been trending warmer over, give or take the past 60 years or so. And that, of course, plays into climate change, a big overarching feature when we talk about the weather. And I do want to give you a look as we look ahead to our afternoon temperatures heading into the weekend. Yes, we will be warmer tomorrow in the 70s, but we'll be closer to 80 degrees by the end of the weekend. We'll talk more about this big warm up and when we'll see our next chance of rain coming up in the full forecast. That'll be along in just a few minutes, Myra.
All right, thanks, Katie.
You're welcome.
Tonight, one young artist is hoping for a home. 13-year-old Neil is in foster care. I met him recently at the San Antonio Cultural Arts Center on the city's west side, where he showed off his skills and he shared what he dreams of to be adopted.
When I was 8, I started drawing my own designs.
Neil finds solace in sketching.
And when it was Christmas, I was so excited for giving me a sketchbook.
He makes time to draw every day. Sometimes it's a way, he says, to avoid thinking about his past, things he wishes he could erase, like painful memories of his father.
I don't know, just he didn't care, and he always hated me.
So in your past, has that been tough for you to kind of block those things out?
Mm-hmm.
Does drawing help you do that?
Mm-hmm.
He worries about his 3 sisters.
They love me very much.
Neil is the oldest and says last he heard they were in foster care in New York.
They always give me hugs every time we come from school. Yeah. They always cared about me. I can't see my sisters because, I don't know, just, that's all.
When he thinks about being adopted, he's looking for one thing.
Just a mom.
Just a mom?
Mm-hmm.
Why just a mom?
Yeah, I don't want a dad or anything.
Why is that?
Because it reminds me of what my parents have done.
But having a father figure is something he loves. That's where his court-appointed special advocate, Mr. Jason, comes in.
And I heart you, Mr. Jason.
When it comes to a mom, Neil's requirements are pretty simple.
Just play with me and be kind. So I could teach her. I want to teach her how I draw. I want to draw her a heart to see how much I love her.
Neil hopes love is in his future and learning, and he's not afraid to work for it.
I know how to fix bikes. I want to see if I can build cars or something. I want to know how hard I've worked.
He wants to know how hard he's worked. If you're interested in knowing more about Neil or how to foster or adopt, go online to familytapestry.org. We have that link on our website at KSAT.com. You're watching KSAT News at 9. We'll be back in just 1 minute. Texas Governor Greg Abbott was one of several governors who held press conferences today to address concerns about the coronavirus. Abbott shared the state's plans for dealing with COVID-19 after he was briefed by state and federal health officials. He says the Department of State Health Services is preparing state laboratories with testing capabilities, as well as taking other precautionary measures.
DSHS is updating public health response plans to be prepared for the possibility of community transmission of COVID-19 in Texas. I'm not saying that's happening. I want you to know that we're just preparing for any possibility.
Meanwhile, the Texas Education Agency has provided school districts with an email template to send to parents, explaining that health officials believe the risk to schools is still low. Turning to tonight's top stories, the state of Texas has rolled out new driver's license and ID card designs. The Department of Public Safety says the new cards have increased security features. They're made out of polycarbonate material, which is more tamper resistant and harder to reproduce. The new cards also have laser engraving, adding an extra layer of protection against alterations or forgeries. Presidential candidate Elizabeth Warren was in town tonight, and now we've learned another candidate will be in town this weekend. Mike Bloomberg is holding a Get Out the Vote rally on Sunday at 6:30 in the evening. No location has been announced just yet. San Antonio is one of the most popular travel destinations in the entire country. That's according to a new study by TripAdvisor. The Alamo City ranked 24th, and it wasn't the only Texas city on that list. Austin made the 21st spot. The oldest theater in South Texas is right here in San Antonio. The Public Theater has performed for audiences for a century. RJ Marquez takes a look at how this organization has connected communities through the theater arts and helped the city grow culturally.
Located inside the San Pedro Playhouse, the Public Theater of San Antonio has served as the largest professional and historical live theater organization in the city.
The mission statement of our organization is to produce live professional theater that educates, inspires, and connects communities. Our vision is theater for all.
The theater was founded in 1912 as the San Antonio Dramatic Club. It became the San Antonio Little Theater and moved into the San Pedro Playhouse in 1929. Countless performers, artists, and staff members have walked through the doors, produced live shows, and helped the theater evolve over time. The Rogers Auditorium is home to larger musicals, while the more intimate Cellar Theater hosts classic and contemporary plays.
It's amazing how many times people come into the building and they go, wow, we didn't even know this place existed, or I didn't know this was a theater.
The organization recently rebranded, becoming the Public Theater of San Antonio in an effort to align the organization's new vision to the needs of the region. That vision includes a movement to become an equity professional theater, which aligns the theater with the National Union for Actors and Stage Managers.
San Antonio's never had a true regional equity theater, and that's our mission. That's the drive that we're going to. And we actually flipped that switch 100% going into next year.
Part of the mission is keeping talented artists and performers right here at home in San Antonio.
Vital to our economy and our industry to have a true theatrical industry here. For local artists to find a place to work so that when they come in, they understand that they're valued.
For the 9, RJ Marquez.
Throwback Thursday, just one of the series that we have here on the News at 9. Be sure to watch tomorrow night for a look back at the biggest stories of this past week. We'll wrap it up for you in the Week in 210.
February may be ending, but that definitely doesn't mean the fun has to stop. We have some fun weekend plans for you and your family. We can journey through Paris without even having to leave San Antonio. The Tobin Center will host the Tony Award-winning Broadway show, An American in Paris. It's inspired by the 1950s Academy Award-winning movie about a love affair between an American soldier and a mysterious French girl in post-war Paris. Your only chance to catch this play is this weekend on Sunday at 7 p.m. and tickets start at $40. And are you looking for some inspiration for your home? Well, look no further than the San Antonio Home and Garden Show happening this weekend. For all your indoor and outdoor needs, this home improvement trade show will showcase more than 300 exhibits in home remodeling, interior design, landscaping, and gardening. Plus, there's also a kids zone with face painting, a playground, and other activities. This is happening Friday through Saturday, and admission starts at $8. Love science and space? Well, I have the perfect event for you that's literally out of this world. It's the Planets in the Park, hosted by the San Antonio River Authority. View the night sky through a telescope, watch a laser robot show. There's also a glow-in-the-dark activity, and you can meet a NASA astronaut. Join the adventure at 6 p.m. at Hilton San Antonio River Nature Park in Floresville. For more on these events and everything happening around town, you can head over to KSAT.com. For the 9, I'm Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
When it comes to picking what we're going to do for the weekend, it's hard to know these days. Is it going to be 80 degrees or do I need a coat?
Yeah, you're right to be a little cautious, we'll see what the forecast looks like. It is going to be much warmer as we get into the weekend, but no rain in the forecast, and that's good news, especially if you want to head out to Planets in the Park. That begins 6 p.m. Saturday, so at 6 p.m. The sun will be very close to setting. Skies will be mostly clear, but we'll still be a little on the warm side, near 70 degrees, but temperatures will fall off fairly quickly Saturday evening, so a light coat is in the forecast if you want to head out to Planets in the Park. And can I just tell you, do not underestimate the coolness of meeting a NASA astronaut. I got to meet Eileen Collins about a year and a half or so ago. It was very cool. So definitely an event you'll want to check out this weekend. A look at our temperatures. We've got kind of an anomaly here. 55 at the airport here in San Antonio, and that's marked by a green color on the map. Surrounding areas are already in the 40s, even mid to upper 30s at Bernie Stage. Our sensor there at the airport may be a little behind. We should be falling into the 40s here fairly quickly, and it will be another cold night and cold start to the day tomorrow. So your Friday will be another day for layers. We start off just a couple of degrees above freezing at 34 degrees, but we warm into the low to mid 70s tomorrow afternoon. Our winds will begin to shift down to the south, out of the southwest. That'll keep humidity low, but it will warm us up more tomorrow as compared to today, and you can expect to see a few high thin clouds in the sky out there for your Friday. I still haven't gotten my car washed. I really should have washed my car like a week and a half ago. So if that's you, if that's something on your to-do list over the next couple of days, things still look really good. No chance of rain through the weekend. As we get into Sunday, I put the chances, you know, kind of fair, not as great as if you were to do it tomorrow or something, because you'll notice as we get into the early part of next week, we crank up the humidity. It'll start to feel a bit more humid again by Sunday. Some fog will be possible in the morning Sunday into Monday. A stray shower will be possible on Monday, but our best chances of rain next week will come on Tuesday, especially Tuesday evening and Tuesday night. As a frontal boundary moves through, that'll give us a 40% chance of scattered showers, maybe even a few thunderstorms. Doesn't drop our temperatures a whole lot, but we will see humidity take a nice tumble by the middle of next week.
Broadway tour of Come From Away is in town this weekend, playing at the Majestic Theater. We got an inside look at the award-winning musical.
The basic scenario of the show is when 38 jumbo jets unexpectedly landed in this little town in Newfoundland on 9/11. 2001. Well, they didn't have an infrastructure for 7,000 people, and they had no other place to go. So the townspeople just all came together and took care of them for 5 days before the airspace opened and they could leave. So they were feeding them, clothing them, giving them places to sleep, letting them into their houses for showers and all sorts of things. And then, of course, the music started to come in because they tried to entertain them as well, because everybody was so freaked out and scared, you know? Their music has kind of a Celtic feel to it, even though it's not Irish, it's their own sound. But this is an Irish drum, so they wanted to have that sound kind of throughout the show. It just fills it and it gives it a flavor. And also we have fiddles and Irish flutes and pipes and whistles. There's another instrument that's even more unusual, and this is strictly Newfoundland. This is that's just where this instrument was born, and it's basically a mop and a coffee can and a boot and some beer caps, which really make the sound. But I really don't know who created the first ugly stick, but it's a percussion instrument. You know, and you can kind of get a beat going. And, you know, well, whatever you want to, I think you should give it a try. Yeah.
Is that kind of like a, sort of?
You know?
He's like, sure, whatever.
I think you're a natural.
Come From Away is in town through Sunday. For the 9, Lexi Salazar. Let's go to KSAT.com right now to find out what is trending tonight. Ivan Herrera is with us.
Myra, thank you for having me. 3 great trending stories for you today, but first, may I say, I love this new set. Thank you for having me on the new set.
It's your first time here.
Yes, so
well,
loving
welcome.
it. All right. So spring break is coming up, as you may know, and the San Antonio Zoo is offering half off to locals.
Ooh, that'll be
nice.
So
it's only on local days, so I want to tell you a little bit about local days. Now, these local days are frequently hosted throughout the year. The next one's actually coming up Friday, March 20th, which is during Texas week of spring break.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, if you're a local, all you have to do is bring your, proof of residency to the front gate, and they charge you $8 for an adult, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
And there are other local days coming up. Just a few of them are April 8th, March 28th, and June 21st. They do have more dates coming, but they're going to announce them a little bit later.
Didn't even know this was something the zoo did.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so
nice.
Head out there with your ID that says San Antonio, and you're good to go.
All right.
All right. Next up, who doesn't love a warm tortilla? I've been dreaming about tortillas my whole life. This one, H-E-B takes the cake with their tortillas. I love their H-E-B bakery
really
tortillas.
good.
So the magazine Bon Appetit recently made a feature about H-E-B's tortillas, calling them the best supermarket brand tortillas out there.
I would totally agree. They are delicious.
Yeah, that's like a really big deal. So fun fact.
Get them all nice and warm. Oh. Now you got me dreaming about
Now I'm thinking about it. So fun fact, H-E-B actually makes 5 different types of tortillas. One of them is flour, wheat, we got butter, so there's flour, and then you got flour with butter. Southwestern, and then half butter, half corn, which actually sounds really good. I've never had that one.
I've had those.
Yeah.
They are really good.
They call them mixta, so I need to try those out.
They are.
Ooh, I need to try them. So the dough is actually from a bakery right here in San Antonio, or a bakery plant here in San Antonio. So all your tortillas are fresh. Just so you know, they're coming from San Antonio.
Perfect.
If you live in San Antonio, of course. Or if you live in Texas. So HEB says that their stores frequently provide these samples. All you have to do is, guess what? Ask.
Nice.
Yeah, go to the bakery and be like, hey, can I get a free tortilla?
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
that I did not know.
Yes,
and
so,
that is
or a
information
tortilla
I
sample.
could use.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
get too crazy. They're probably just going to give you one. So, and good news, all the excess product actually goes to the food bank daily, so they're always getting fresh product out there. Yeah. So we have all those other fun facts on KSAT.com. All right, this last one is going to melt your heart if you love dogs like I do. So a man made a 3D printed mask for his beloved corgi, and his name is Mr. Kuma, and it's based on the movie Black Panther. Now I'm gonna pull it up for you on my computer so you can see it. But yes, he is adorable.
Cute is that?
Yes, and the owner says that the first attempt of the mask didn't work, so he actually had to try it again and again. It took him 30 hours to make that mask.
Wow.
So it is
I'm
a work of art.
He
Yeah.
got the dog to wear it long enough
Me
for
too.
a photo.
My dog will not put on anything, so I
No,
totally.
that's impressive.
I bow down to you. And he actually said he made his design better with an extra breathing hole and larger eye holes. So I think that's all you needed for Mr. Kuma. And you can check out that cute dog on KSAT.com.
Andrew spun around and he saw the corgi and just couldn't contain the laughter.
I love it. I love corgis on their own, so
I
this
know.
just makes it 10 times
So
better.
add a costume and sold.
Yes. All right, so you can check that out all on KSAT.com. Thank you for having me, and awesome new set again.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks, Evan. We'll be right back. That is all our time tonight. Thanks so much for watching KSAT News at 9. I'm Myra Arthur, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow. Good night.